Hey, what is going on, everyone? Show here, and today you guys are gonna need to hear me out because we're playing Hell Maiden, and this game is one of the best games to come out of Steam Next Fest. It is a magical girl survival roguelite. It's currently sitting at 98% positive, and it's got one of the most unique upgrade systems I've ever seen in a survival roguelite. I played this game for 1 minute, and I knew I needed to make a video on it, and it is Next Fest, so there is a link to the demo down below if you guys want to get your magical girl on. We're going to dive into this and just see exactly how far we can get. Right, we're in level 1 Limbo. I got myself a flaming sword, and we're being attacked by an army of ugly green snakes. So I've got my ability at the bottom, and it is a card, and every time I level up, I'm going to build a deck to make my weapon even stronger. I got my map on the top right. I don't know if there's anywhere we should be going, but I'm trying to level up real fast here. So now we can get a mod card. And so mod cards modify and enhance your weapon cards during the run. Explore different combinations and refine your playstyle. We got 5 different ones. We have Boost, Effect, Spread, Miracle, and Curse. So boost cards will boost a single stat on an individual weapon card. Effect cards will apply extra effects to your weapon card. Spread cards that spread boosts and or effects across multiple weapon cards. How you position them in your hand is key. Then we've got miracle cards, rare cards that grant multiple powerful boosts and or effects, and then curse cards, rare cards that give you extraordinary advantages that come at a significant cost. So now I can pick a card. So I can have my weapon down here, which is Blazing Quill. I can give it a 30% chance to apply slow. I can increase my attack size by 20%, or whenever I kill, there's a 30% chance of it exploding and doing 30% of the total damage to surrounding enemies. I'm gonna go ahead and make it bigger. So I can grab this card, and then I'm gonna stack it here in this deck and increase the size of my sword. And so we can get a few different weapons and start building different decks with every single weapon. I want to try to get all this experience down here because we're about to level up again. Let's see what we got. Okay, another mod. 30% chance to apply burn, increase projectile count by 1, or critical damage by 20%. I want even more projectiles. So now we've got 2 really big swipes. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I feel like we should probably try to explore a little bit. Oh, I get a weapon now. Weapon cards are the different attacks you can collect throughout the run. Your player hand can hold up to 4 unique cards per turn. Weapon cards come in different rarities, so you can tell the rarity by the plating on the card. So then this one, which is gold, is probably the rarest. It strikes random enemies with piercing strikes. So I can grab that, put it here. We got ourselves a new weapon. Also, special shout out to the one person in my comment section that told me I needed to play Hell Maiden. I totally overlooked this game. I was like, well, if someone's asking, it's got to be good. And then I checked out the reviews, and I realized this game actually is very unique. All right, we got new enemies down there. They actually shoot projectiles at me. I'm going to try to see if there's a chest or something over here we should loot. I see pots. Get some experience in that. We got ourselves another mod. Increase damage of every weapon to the left. Oh, I see. So if I were to put it here, then this weapon would get a damage boost. So I'd want to wait until I get more and more weapons. Got it. Okay. Increase weapon attack duration. Let's do flare up. Let's grab flare up and let's finally put it here. So now we've got a big sword. We slash twice, but if it gets a kill, there's a 30% chance they also explode. And if you get tired of a card, you can actually swap it out and discard. So we're not going to be stuck with what we're building. Yeah, dude, the explosion's proccing very often. This is really good. All right, let's go to the right. There's got to be something here that we can find. Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, why else would there be a map? So I guess I can grab this. All right, max HP is up. So I'm immediately getting Death Must Die vibes from this. Death Must Die, Demon Hunt. We'll probably find a magnet as well. This is going to be, I'm assuming, a movement speed boost. And we got a boss. Well, good thing we're moving really fast, but I don't have nearly enough damage to deal with this guy. Let's try to level up. We can get him caught in some explosions. Oh my god, I'm taking so much damage. I gotta be smart. My issue is I just don't have a lot of range. I say when I've actually got a range upgrade. All right, let's try to get this experience over here. We're about to level up again. So we get another mod, increase attack size by 20%. You can merge 2 copies of the same card to level it up. To do this, drag one of them on top of the other in your player hand. Okay, you'll know when they're ready when there's an orange glow and you can see the merge symbol on the center. You can only merge 2 cards of the same level. Wow, so we can keep comboing them over and over just to increase their effects. Mod cards can be evolved up to level 3, and each level enhances your card's appearance. Their base stats are increased with every level up. Okay, so I can combine something here then, right? Yeah, I can increase the attack size even larger, right? So if I were to put this here, I can combine these. So it goes from 20% to 40%. So now we've got an even larger sword. There is a ton of experience just sitting around here, though. I should be able to get another level up. This game seems to be a little harder than I expected. Favor of Beatrice. Offered by Beatrice herself, charms give your stats a small power-up. However, they'll only affect your current run. They come in 3 different rarities, bronze, silver, and gold. So these are like relics. Decrease damage received by 5%. Increase distance traveled with each dash by 14%. Increase damage against melee enemies. I feel like I want this. I guess these are higher rarity, though, because they're silver. I could reroll this. Let's try to reroll. Reduces damage inflicted by melee enemies. Increases overall attack damage by 5%. Increases overall attack duration. Let's just go for the flat increase to my damage. Damn! Okay, this dude does so much. He's gonna kill me in like 1 hit. All right, I've got my dash charge. I've got a good amount of range. He's almost dead. 1 more shot. Come on. All right, we gotta clear this out. Get some explosions going. Try to cut through. I don't have any way to regenerate health. Yeah, these new enemies are really tanky. We got some money. Increase critical chance by 20%. Increase projectile count, so I can stack that again. So we'll have even more. No, not on that card. This card. So it goes from 1 to 2. So we have 3 slashes now. Okay, we got slimes. I got no health. I needed something big here. Increases weapon attack duration. Increases attack speed. We could go for attack speed on these spikes, so they're happening more often. Because that's just some passive damage. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what this is. Spells. Obtain the spell token during your run and hit 0 to unleash it upon your enemies. Save it for when you're in a pinch. So right now. All right, so I can grab that. Push Q. Dante's Inferno. Bro, are you kidding me? All right. Holy shit. Everything's dead. That was crazy. All right, we got another favor of Beatrice. Increase overall critical rate by 8%. Reduce damage inflicted by melee enemies. Overall attack duration. No, give me the crit rate, dude. That's got to be really rare. That must be help. Grab this. Yeah, that is health. That really didn't heal me that much. We got something else down here. More health. Okay, cool. All right, we can get a mod. I can increase... Oh, I can't increase the projectile count anymore because they have to be the same color. Can I actually shift these around to different decks? I can. That's actually really cool. Okay, so I could grab this and save it and then combo it. But this will also increase my damage by 30%. I'm going to grab this extra projectile count. I'm going to save it here for now. And then if I can stack it and get to level 2, I can combine it to level 3. Increase overall attack speed by 5%. Decrease damage received by another 5%. Increase experience gain from orbs by 14%. 14% is huge. I was thinking the attack speed, but I definitely want this experience gain. We'll do that. We got new snakes that tackle. There's something down here, though. We get another buff. All right, just keep dodging. I can't kill them very fast. We got even more XP gain. Come on, just start exploding. Just start exploding. Why am I already stressed just 4 minutes into this run? Got a special looking skeleton. All right, break these pots. The pots just have experience inside. We're going to level up soon. And hopefully it's going to be a game changer. Just start milking these guys. Stack these explosions up. The spikes aren't doing much for being a high rarity. I'm going to try to loop around. I know there's something below me, but I want to level up. Okay, what do we got here? Another weapon. Press E to move each stack of cards to your desired position. You can also switch individual mod cards between different weapon cards. Yeah, I learned that. Leave a scorching path of fire after your dash. Summon a circular sigil that damages enemies surrounding you. So kind of like garlic. Cast a piercing fireball. Let's go for this. The area of effect. I wonder what more projectiles will do to that. Okay, yeah, this was exactly what we needed. Got another DPS. These slimes don't die in one hit, so we got a big DPS check here. All right, this will increase my damage, hopefully. Permanent damage up. Yup. Nice. Okay. Increase overall crit rate by 5%. So we're going to go from 8 to 13. Damn, up to 24% XP gain. Max HP is all right. 13% crit chance is kind of wild, though. But I want the experience. Call me crazy. I was crazy once. And then I found myself playing Magical Girl Roguelites. And I realized everything was okay. All right, mod card. We can do this now. So I can grab this. And I'm going to stack the projectile count here, right? And then I'm going to pick this up. How do I get to my deck? Can I do it just in the middle here? Cards. There's got to be a menu. I guess I have to wait till I level up. We can try it then. Unless I'm just not seeing a menu in front of me. There's a ton of experience here. Dash distance. Increase damage against ranged enemies by 10%. I don't really see a lot of ranged enemies. In fact, no one seems to be ranged. But that could come in handy. Let's re-roll this. Max HP, overall attack duration, or crit rate again. Well, that's going to give us an 11% crit rate. Let's go for that. All right, don't get myself killed here. We got another boss showing up. The map is... Oh, my God. All right. Got it. I'm stuck in here. And you're coming at me like crazy. All right, grab all this experience and let's level up. Now, I can swap things around. So if I grab this, and I can move it here, merge. Got it. So I have to wait till I level up before I can modify this. So we've got even more projectiles there. Attack speed by 30%. What else do I have here? I've got attack size, projectile count, and then the explosion flare-up. I might want to go ahead and increase the attack speed of my flaming circle so it goes off faster. I think that will actually help us out the most here. I guess it would be kind of busted if you could just swap out your cards whenever you wanted. That makes sense. So that's damage reduction. Critical rate up to 16%. I keep getting this. I'm not upset about it. I am upset about how much damage this guy does. 200. The circle's getting smaller. Okay, we're free. We got red slugs now. They've downgraded from snakes to slugs. I got my last weapon card. Spawn a blazing burst of flames. Strikes random enemies with a lightning bolt. I mean, we're kind of going all in on fire right now. Oh, that's some good damage. That is some good damage. We get something on the bottom right. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go for it. Oh, that's my spell. So if I need that, I can cast it again. I might need that because I can't even knock out this boss. Let's use it. Watch our dramatic cutscene again. I can probably skip it. Yeah, I can. But why would I? Why would I? All right, so that did not kill the boss. All right, this dude will kill me in one hit if he touches me. Yeah. Get all this experience, try to level up a few more times. What I really want is to set off a chain reaction in there. That's 8% damage reduction. Charm of Time, so I guess that's also going to let my fire breath go on a little bit longer and my circle. I should probably go for that. 10% longer is not bad. Now we've got some ranged enemies. You're so close, man. And I know you're going to drop me some healing when you die. Nice. Okay. Now the big question is, how do I get over there? Let's grab all this experience. Increase damage of every weapon to the left. So if I were to apply this right now, I would get a huge boost. Okay. Let's go down. Try to get to this chest. We got some healing. Increase damage against melee enemies. I kind of want that. Most of these enemies are melee. Increase all active status effect damage. So I guess they would burn longer. No, let's do the Broochie Slayer. All right, what do we got? Poison. On hit, 50% chance to apply burn. So I guess they don't apply burn by default. Oh, this already comes level 2. So I can actually combine this straight from the get-go. I didn't realize you could get level 2 mod cards. So let's merge that. So now it's 60% larger. I mean, while this attack is very large and impressive, it doesn't do a lot of damage. I don't really have a lot of damage modifications to it. There's another health drop in the bottom left. I'm going to go for it. Nice. Very, very sorely needed. More attack size. Well, no, why don't we level up Flare Up? Make my explosions even stronger. I'm leaning way too hard on this one move. Okay, so there's a 50% chance, and it does 40% damage now, rather than 30. I gotta say, I love the iframes on the dodge. Otherwise, I would be screwed. I need to start trying to explore the map. Increase damage against melee enemies by 14%. It would go up to 34. Or a flat damage increase. No, let's do Broochie Slayer. So now these guys are taking 34% more damage. Okay. You know what I want to do? I want to increase the attack size of this fire breath. I want to make it a little bit bigger. Actually, you know what? Make the size of the circle bigger. I think that's going to work really well. All right, everyone's dead. It's time to finally explore a little bit. I wonder if increasing my max HP is actually going to heal me immediately. I do have a good amount of crit chance, though. I don't really care about dash distance. I feel like that's, if anything, it's going to screw me up. I'm going to go too far. Let's increase my max HP. There's something south. More weapon damage. These guys are moving so fast. I mean, that's why dash distance might be nice. Oh my god. Yeah, this would be when you'd want to save your spell. Absolutely this. All right, we got to try to farm up. This is a temporary damage increase. It's not permanent. But it seemed to be huge because we just shredded everything. I could combo this, actually. Increase damage by 50%? That is crazy. Just flat? Oh my god. I'm going to do this. I'm going to combine. And so now we're going to have a larger damage boost for these 3 attacks. 40%. I think that's going to give me a little bit more of a payoff. What I haven't seen yet, not a single time, is a magnet. It does look like we've got higher rarity experience, though. It's purple now. Decreased damage received by 5%. Overall attack damage by 7%. You know I'm going for that. I want all the damage. Yeah, what are these purple balls? That's the flare up I already have, right? So I can get that to level 3. Yeah. All right. What's it going to do at max? 80% chance. So there's an 80% chance they explode. That's crazy. I just want to jump into that swarm of eyeballs and just blow up all of them. But it's not going to work. I'm not nearly as strong as I think I am. I gotta increase the damage on this flame breath. I gotta get it higher. Okay, magnetic pulse. So we can get a magnet, 14%. Overall attack speed. Up to 48% damage against melee. Those eyeballs have to be considered melee. I might go for the magnet. I'm gonna go for the magnet because there's a lot of experience I'm not able to get because I'm constantly running away. And it does look like these potions do drop, like the jars, they drop experience. Okay, the map is zooming out. We got another big circle. So these eyeballs seem to just attach to you and explode. All right, we got to get something big here. Attack size, critical damage. I'm really happy with everything I've got here. Well, you know what, though? What if I were to put the attack size here, swap these, make my circle as big as possible, right? And then I can combine these attack speeds. Yeah. I think that might be the way I want to go. There's so many different things you can do. All right, so now my circle's bigger, and its attack speed is bigger as well. Oh, we've got multiple bosses. Oh my god. There's so much. I'm cooked. There's no way. How? How on earth? What is happening? Reduce damage inflicted by projectile enemies. Increase experience gain. All right, I'll get some experience. I'm about to die. How am I still alive? Increase weapon attack duration. Increase attack speed again. We could go for the size here, combine that. Give myself some more size on the sword. There's no way, dude. I'm dead. I'm dead. Dog, that was crazy. Oh my god. All right, so we killed 2,771 enemies. We did over 300,000 damage. I feel like I could have been better about a lot of the stuff that I built, because that's my very first time playing. I really didn't know what I was going to get offered, but I was learning the system, and I think we did a pretty good job. Oh, what we got going on now? Before we go, Dante, there's something I'd like to share with you. Don't feel like that's a fitting voice for her.
Oh, stellar skies, heed my call. Beyond fate, beyond destiny. From this forum to her eternal embrace. Allow me to serve as guide once more. The embodiment of my spirit is with you now, Dante.
Your spirit?
Upon that altar is all that I can offer you. Use it as you see fit, Dante.
Okay, what does that mean? Did we get a new character? Virgil allows the stars to guide you on this journey. Unlocks Virgil's blessing. It seems like we might have. We got to go to the pillar. All right, thank you for your blessing, Virgil. Appreciate it. Okay, what is this? Oh, so we can pick a different weapon. Signature weapon cards represent unique abilities specific to each poet of Limbo. So we had the Blazing Quill, but now we can use Wayfinder. Shoots a swerving projectile that inflicts AoE damage upon contact with enemies. You can also toggle stats. Oh, so there's like a more comprehensive breakdown on this too. All right, yeah, let's go for it. Let's try this new move. It looks like we also get a few other cards as well. There were a few icons on the bottom right whenever we unlocked her. So maybe we've got new spells and modifications as well. All right, so we shoot out balls. And I feel like this time I need to be a little bit more careful because you don't get a lot of healing in this game. In fact, I took a beating from that first boss and we were just reeling from it the entire time. So if I can be a little bit more cautious, move a little bit faster towards these shrines. We have... I totally read that. I read that as something completely different. We got the Cursive Ditto. Adds a chance of increasing or decreasing projectile count with each attack. Ire of Love. 30% chance to create a lightning chain upon hitting 6 enemies. Or Heroic Surge. Increase attack size and damage by 15%. Damn, all these seem really good. I'm going to go for the lightning. So now whenever I attack, there's a chance it triggers Chain Lightning, which is going to hurt everything on screen. And we've got a massive AoE with this attack. It just does not seem very accurate. Another blessing. Merging cards. I already know how to do that. I've done that before. Thank you, game. All right, so I can level up Ire of Love, so we have more of a chance for Chain Lightning. Heroic Surge is here again. Increase projectile count of adjacent weapons. Yeah, that's not going to do much for me. Let's increase our odds even more for this Chain Lightning. So we got a 50% chance now, and it'll chain up to 7 enemies. Yes, don't get hit, man. We need to save up as much HP as we can. I don't see anything on the map yet. There we go. And so breaking these, we might get healing potions. What is that? Is that a magnet? I don't know what that did. Movement speed. Got another spot down here. And so sometimes it looks like these are permanent buffs or temporary. So this is a permanent damage buff. Otherwise, it will just give me a short-lived, massive attack boost. Try to level up a couple of times. Releases a close-range searing slash. Oh, so I can get my signature weapon again if I want to. But let's do something different. Let's go for this. Strike random enemies with a lightning bolt. Gonna kind of go into this lightning build here. And so we can see the lightning strike. It's kind of like a big AoE. We're gonna level up again here soon. It's a big statue there. I don't think I can actually touch that. Okay. Increase critical damage by 20%. Weapon attack duration. Or just a flat increase in damage. Let's do that then. Let's increase my damage, but let's increase it to the lightning strike. I'm going to start spreading out my buffs rather than just focusing on one weapon like we did last time. In fact, it might be good to not immediately level up and merge your cards. If you can keep them spread out. More projectiles, even more damage. It's so tempting, though. I want to every single time I see it. I want more balls. I want to shoot out more balls. Because that means we have more of a chance for Chain Lightning. Do I throw them at the same time? I do. That's actually really interesting. So you don't want to stand too close, otherwise they're just going to burst. All right, boss is coming. Let's try to get real close and hit him with my balls. I don't know, man. This damage is not great. I mean, we're getting rid of the crowds really fast. There's a spell in the top left. Increase damage. Increase damage against ranged enemies by 10%. Increase movement speed by 10%. Increase overall attack duration by 10%. I'm going to re-roll these. I got my experience gain. I think that's the smartest thing to get early. Broochie Slayer, again, more damage against melee enemies. Magnetic Pole. I want the experience gain. I want to get as strong as we can, as early as we can. Obtain a spell token. Yeah, I'm getting all the tutorials again. It's okay. It's a demo. I'm sure it's probably a bug. I'm going to save this spell for when I absolutely need it. Yeah, that lightning does a lot of damage, dude. All right, just keep him in the pack. We got a ton of XP we can mop up here. Increase projectile count of adjacent weapons. If I had another attack, I might grab that. I might grab that, but I'm going to go ahead and increase the size and damage of my lightning. So whenever that strikes, it's going to be a big spot. It's going to do even more damage. You gotta die soon, man. I don't have a lot of damage when it comes to these big guys. Or maybe they just exist to be incredibly beefy. Distance traveled, damage inflicted by melee enemies. Now let's go for crit again. I'm not going to worry too much about damage mitigation. I feel like, oh my god, I say as I take 200 damage. I just feel like it's kind of a waste. He did drop healing, so that's nice. And so we've got another mod. Explosion. 30% chance of pulling in an enemy's experience is very, very interesting. I'm going to reroll all these. Critical chance is not bad, but I want more attack speed, and I want it on the lightning. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up whether you want a faster attack speed or more projectiles, because they kind of do the same thing. We can get more lightning, and then I can end up stacking it again if we can level it up. Try to get this health. Yeah, we're in a good spot. I'm taking a lot of damage, but the DPS I have is way better than we had last time. Just one shot, and it melts pretty much everything. I mean, look at all this experience, man. I feel like it's taking us longer to get another weapon this time through. All right, I'm going to do something I wouldn't normally do. I'm going to increase my movement speed. What's going on there? Get away from me, you. Yeah. All right, we got a new attack. Selenic Bloom. Launch a magical moon that explodes into a lingering AoE ring of stars. Release a widening spiral of stars around you. Leave a scorching path of fire. Spiral of stars around you seems like garlic, almost like that fire ring we had. Let's try Selenic Bloom. So that's going to shoot out a moon. Oh no, that's Horace. We have to help her, Dante. Okay, so we got a mission or something. Find Horace. Let's go to this side of the map. I don't see this moon attack going off. Oh my god. It finally launched. That's crazy. That took forever, though.
Horace!
Took you long enough, Virgil.
Quickly, Dante! We have to protect her!
Okay, all right, got this. I think I've got the damage. We've also got the spell if we really screw this up. So I guess we're going to unlock another character alongside Virgil. Yeah, so the moon's nice. It's got a very long attack time. So if I can do something to increase its speed or maybe the amount of projectiles, and it's always going to go wherever my mouse is aiming. So I need to conscientiously have myself aiming towards the enemies. Like that. There we go. So, I mean, it would have been nice. Yeah, this is a really unique attack. Okay, these guys are faster. Nope. Hold on. I'll take the hits for you. Okay, she has a lot of health. Just have to make sure she doesn't die. Dash distance. You know, I wouldn't mind just a flat 5% damage reduction. If all of these are my options, I'm going to go for the flat 5% damage reduction. Because we do take a lot of damage in this game. There's a boss showing up. Oh, you have way less health. Yeah, we're good.
Horace!
1 second longer and I would have been skewered, Virgil.
Oh, I'm so glad you're safe.
And what are you doing here? I thought you'd be in heaven by now. Oh, I guess we're like angels? Well, this area is called Limbo. Do I know you? Oh, I see why you're back in hell. Okay, so we're in hell.
There's no time. Let's get out of here.
Well, the game is called Hell Maidens, Joe. I don't know why you're so confused. Look at the title. All right, so we're getting Horace's blessing now. My glorious arsenal shall rip and tear, rip and tear through the hordes of hell. All right, got it. I kind of like her. So now we're going to start to get offers from her, I guess. And maybe we've got a starting weapon as well. So we're getting more options. I mean, just for a demo, it's cool we've got this many things we can unlock. It also said 1 out of 2 when she showed up, so maybe there's another girl here. So if the moon's around a bunch of enemies and it pops, there we go. Yeah, that damage is nice. It's just so situational. All right, let's get this experience and level up. Yeah, Blessing of Horace. 5% chance of absorbing enemies' HP. Oh my god. Increase damage by 170%, but decrease attack speed by 50%? Damn. 170 is crazy. More damage whenever your HP is full. So that would actually combo pretty well with the Eternal Prestige. You could just keep stealing health and then do more damage whenever you're capped. I see what they're going for there. 50% attack speed. I mean, I could put it on the lightning. I can move Heroic Surge. Let's move that to the moon. And so now it's only going to have a 20% reduction. And it's going to do 200% more damage. So I've got some very strong lightning strikes. All right, let's start moving around. Try to get some of these shrines. We're about to get harder enemies here. And I think those permanent buffs are going to be pretty crucial. I just hate leaving all that experience behind. What is this? Whole area. Oh, that's nice. All right, we're going to cut through the side. I always get a little disappointed when I don't get a card and it's Beatrice instead. Increase all active status effects. I don't have any status effects. I could increase my HP, but I'm going to reroll this. Increase damage against melee enemies by 20%. That's huge. Or I could go into attack speed, especially after taking that debuff. I got to do this. 20% damage to melee. All these guys. I got to watch out for my health, though. All right, we got a boss. We're going to have fire. Yeah, we got this. Bottom left side, there's a ton of experience. Grab that. Pull it in. And it is time to get another blessing. Man, you'd really like to give me this curse. I might grab Eternal Prestige and put this on the moon. And so whenever the moon hits people, we'll get some HP. And it's a big AoE attack, right? So there could be some value there. We shoot it right into the crowd. I'm trying to wait for it to go off. There we go. Try to get them around it. It did not seem like it procced that often. Heal me. All right, the boss is dead. That was the fastest I think I've ever killed one. Attack size. Well, that would impact my lightning. It would impact the moon. It would impact my basic attack. That would benefit every single thing that I've got. So let's go attack size. Got some healing from the boss. Now attack speed, I could level up here. And then we wouldn't even have the negative benefit anymore. Negative benefit, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean. Flaming Demise, 50% chance to apply burn. No, we're going to go Swift Strikes. Yeah, so that completely negates that. We've got normal speed lightning. It just happens to do 200% more damage. Might be worth it to put the lifesteal on that, but I don't have any more room there. It's going to end up just being a wasted spot. Yeah, we are doing substantially better. Spawns 2 whirling spheres around you. Releases the widening spiral of stars. Let's go for this. So we got some orbs that spin around to do damage. We can probably level up our amount of projectiles with that too. I'm gonna take a second. We're gonna have a Gojo moment here. We're gonna turn the game down just a little bit because all the effects are kind of loud. There we go. I think this weapon in particular was a lot louder. Okay. Attack duration wouldn't seem to benefit me that much. I'm probably going to go for more Charm of Growth here. 28%. I'm level 19. We're leveling up about 3 times a minute. Okay. I do already have a Heroic Surge, and I can combine that and make my moons even bigger and do more damage. We have more lightning. I could combine these even more. So if I were to put Ire of Love here, we can max this out at an 80% chance. And so they combo automatically. That's nice. All right, so my basic attack is almost always going to cause Chain Lightning. That was crazy. We just leveled up again. Crit rate, 13%. Attack size to 28%, though. Yeah, man, size matters. The bigger, the better. That's what the magical girls say. Magical hell demon girls. All right, let's start moving around. Let's grab this experience and let's go south. I'm getting way too carried away. Now attack speed. If I grab that, we can start building that again. And so in the meantime, we can put the attack speed on the moon because that is where it's really lacking. In fact, I wonder if you can buff up the attack speed on the moon so fast that you can have multiple ones out at the same time, even if you're not leveling up projectile count. Okay, these guys are fast. Guys, walk into my Spirit Bomb. Increase damage against elite enemies and bosses by 20%. That's tempting. That's something we struggle with. I'm going to go for Elite Slayer. The other option was more movement speed, but I don't think that's going to help out. I'm not noticing the moon healing me that much. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's not crazy, but it's there. It's not a good spot to dash into. Could get even more projectiles. Duration would be great for the spinning balls, probably. No. I think the only right decision here are more balls. That's always the right decision in my book. Almost all of my attacks are ball-oriented, besides the lightning strike. Movement speed, melee enemy damage. This one's a higher percentage. Yeah, it's 14%, up to 34. These guys are all melee. Well, then come in the casters. We're about to get to the spot where we died last time. We're catching up pretty fast. I'm going to grab Invigorate. We're going to increase my damage on the lightning even more. So now it's at, 220% damage? I feel like it would be so valuable just to even move that on a different attack. Critical rate or damage? Let's go for the damage increase. All right, we've gotten most of the experience here. I'm level 27. I can chill out. I'm going to grab some items. Maybe we can get some healing in these pots. No, not yet. Not quite. Oh, wait. What is that? So that was like a spinning black ball. Get another one of these. Oh, but I could level up my HP regen. From 5% to hopefully 10%? 8%. All right. Beggars can't be choosers. More attack size, attack duration. No, 38% attack size. Let's grab this. I guess this is going to give us healing. Oh, max HP. Dude, the moon is huge now. It's so big. All right, I want to go up top. There's a lot up there. Follow the moon. They'll walk into it and I'll get healed anyway. Damn, size is actually really good. All right, more attack speed on the moon. I'm getting too excited. Yeah, look at that. Look at the health. Whenever it actually happens to work, if they walk into it, we're healing. We're healing. That was a waste of a moon. I did get a healing potion. We're level 31. Movement speed, dash distance. I'm going to reroll this. Damage against ranged enemies? I guess we'll go for that. Because we've got one for melee too, so that's just going to be more damage across the board. Now, I've got this attack speed, right, on the moon. I can pick it up, and I can put it on the lightning. So now, the lightning will attack 50% faster with that damage boost. Get another invigorate, but there's nothing I can combo it onto. But that gives me an empty spot on the moon, right? So why don't we put more projectiles on the moon? And so we're going to throw out 2 of these bad boys. I don't know if they're going to go in the same direction. I guess they will. I have something turned off called auto-aim, so I wonder if you turn off auto-aim, will it just go in independent directions? Because it's always going to go to where my mouse is aiming. Attack size, 48%. Yeah, I am not a fan of these eyeball enemies. They got a lot of health, and they just latch onto you like crazy. Maybe I can get a healing potion in here. No. No luck, but there is an item here. We're about to get boxed in again. I've got my spell. All right, here we go. This is it. This is where I died last time. Try to kill as many of these guys as I can. Get my moons shooting in the right spots. Oh, this is a upgraded one, but there's still no way I'm ever going to have full health. It's just not going to happen. I could get even more healing, stack it on my wayfinder for the time being, and then if we can max that out. We get some healing. We got 2 bosses in here. Oh, we got the damage though, man. We got the damage. I'm not even noticing the impact my lightning strike has. But I'm sure it's just mowing down enemies. I hope it is. If I look at the end results and we have like 0 damage, I'm going to be so disappointed. Magnetic pull. Overall attack speed. Attack speed, baby. All right, so now we can do this. We can combo this. So next time we level up, we'll combo it again. So I guess my moon will be healing by what, like 12%? Another health potion. This is pickup distance. Oh, this guy is still alive. It would make sense to go for Mighty Strike because it's higher level. But, like, could I really pass up the opportunity to shoot out 3 moons? 3 moons that all heal me? All right, chest. I could grab this now, but I would have to put it on the moon, and it would be such a waste of a slot. I'm not sure I love these that benefit the cards around them. You need like a scapegoat. I'm just going to grab Heroic Surge, level this up, give my moon a big boost to both size and damage. So now I got 3 big balls, and we can just stand in the middle, and it's just going to rack up damage and heal me. Critical damage, decreased damage received, more experience gain. That's an easy one. We're setting records right now. I wonder what happens if we start leveling up and we can't grab any more cards. I guess we'll just have to start discarding them. All right, so let's go ahead and combine this. Eternal Prestige over here. So now my moons will heal me by a grand total of 15? 15% chance? That's crazy. All right. I could put this on my basic attack. It's not a huge decrease, but the damage benefit is nuts. We're going to go for movement speed, 28% movement. All right, wherever my moons shoot, I'm going to hide out in there. I want to break these pots, hopefully get some healing. Yeah, I'm unkillable right now. Attack size, invigorate, more projectiles. So if I were to grab that, I have projectiles here, and I've got projectiles on the moons. So if I were to grab this, stack it on the moon. So now we've got 4 moons. Magnification. What would I want to get rid of, though? Heroic Surge? No. More projectiles. So I feel like this ball has got to be a magnet. It is. It just doesn't pull from very far away. Magnetic pull. Reduce damage or more damage to melee enemies. Melee enemies. I can go ahead and combo this. I have to be careful, though, because I'm going to start getting to a point where I barely ever attack with my main weapon. How many times did I level up by grabbing that? Let's do Charm of Power. 12% damage boost. I leveled up so many times. I can actually combine these now. Hold on. So grab this. We're going to go to Lightning. We're going to stack this. And so now Lightning has a 300% increase to damage, but it reduces his attack speed by 100%. But of course, this Swift Strike cancels that out. So now it just attacks normally. That is so wild. Okay. And I guess I can really just start piling on extra stuff over here. Whatever I want to combo eventually, right? I think I should start getting some more attack speed. If I keep stacking those cards, I'm going to want more attack speed overall. I can't believe it has only been 11 minutes. I've had this same spell the entire time. Oh, this is level 2. Yeah, I guess I just want to grab more of this damage increase. I think having the moons the way they are make me borderline unkillable. Elite Slayer, 40% damage to bosses, because I can just stand in here, and they're all going to die, and they're just going to keep healing me. Yeah, it's even more damage. I'm not sure how long this run goes. I'm going to assume probably 15, 20 minutes. Experience gain, because we're slowing down. I'm level 49. We got to hit 50. At this point, I'm really just looking for what are the easiest combos. Heroic Surge is always going to benefit me. It's a flat damage increase and size increase. Okay, what's happening? We got a boss fight? Do we, like, go to a separate boss arena? Apparently, I forgot how to read. Oh, we have a boss fight. Here we go. Suddenly a bullet hell. I've also got my spell. I can use that at the end and be flashy with it. Oh, you're almost dead. You can't even dent me. I didn't realize I was so strong. Oh, this sucks. This is not good placement. Oh, crap. Use my spell? Oh, we have a different spell depending on our weapon. Time to kill you with my magical balls. Oh my god. Wait, no, is this another phase? I should have saved the spell, yeah. My bad. Okay. Keep moving. All right, I have no way to heal here. This is crazy. I'm gonna have to use my iframes to get through that. Nice! We did it! Hell yeah. That was pretty cool. That boss fight got way more intense than I expected. It was cool how they did like a finisher you had to try to survive at the end of it. All right, so we did 500,000 damage. Our strongest attack was by far the moon's, really. The lightning didn't do that much damage, actually. It did the least, even with all that extra damage boost. That's crazy. Yeah, that moon ability was insane. That was nuts. Thank you for playing. Wishlist Hell Maiden on Steam and follow Astral Shift on socials. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, man. I really did enjoy it. Well, guys, that is going to be Hell Maiden. Like I said, fundamentally, this game is actually very interesting. I like the system of building a deck with your weapons, combining the abilities, swapping them around. I think there is a lot of rooms for some really technical play here. In fact, just by this small taste on the demo, look at all the characters here. That means we got more weapons, more cards, more special abilities, more modifiers. I'm sure there's a bunch of areas. This is definitely a game to keep an eye on. If you guys enjoyed Hell Maidens, hit that like button. Give me a comment down below if you want even more of this game whenever it does eventually launch. And if you've watched me this far and have not hit that sub button, consider doing so because, I mean, if not for the voice acting, for what else, man? What else can I do? It supports the channel way more than you know, so I appreciate it. And I will see all of you guys next time.